Cabrini was everything we thought they would be. We watched the film on their semifinal match last night. 14, powerful hitter, get the ball to her as much as they can. 6 is dynamic. Libero's really good, when we were able to serve aggressively, like we've tried to hang our hat on all season, we kept them out of system, and our intent was not let them get the ball to those 2 girls, so.
Talk to me about moving up the season and doing what you just did. I mean, you went through the whole season, you didn't drop a match, and it seems like you guys are just next one up, keep plugging right along.
As good as these players are, volleyball, they're better kids, and they're good kids, man. They are very, very good kids, and they play for each other. And 27 years of coaching, I've never had a group that I want one more day with them. Yes, 42-0 is awesome, but if you ever got a chance to watch us in practice or watch them on the bus, this is, to ask any coach, this is why we do it. And for moments like this with kids like this.
Chloe, can you you're a senior, Randy, can y'all put into words what this means? Y'all won it 4 times before, 3 times before that was here, but this one, what does this one mean?
We went 42-0, whatever it was, during the season, and that's great and all, but when we came here, that's not what matters. All we care about is the state championship, and we just love each other. We, like you said, we play for each other, and when we do that, we play our best, and no one can beat us.
Randy,
so it was just super fun.
I know we started out the season. We came out of last season, and it was exciting, but we knew that there were areas that needed to be fixed, not necessarily physically and playing-wise. We knew that bonding-wise and as a team, we needed to grow. And that was my #1 goal this year. That was our seniors' #1 goal. It doesn't matter our wins. It doesn't matter our losses. We just want to grow as a family. We want to love each other. We want to become closer. And I don't think that's ever happened as much as it happened this year. And it was really amazing just to have that goal in mind, but to accomplish so much more in the process.
Girls, you won this championship in a division higher this year. You did it perfect, and it was your 5th in a row. Which detail of that makes this the best?
The state championship.
But which detail makes the championship the best? Is it the perfect season, the higher division, or going through STM to do it?
I feel like it's just being with all of our friends and winning together. It's not about the undefeated season, because that's really not our goal throughout the season. It's to have fun and play our best and just be together.
We're all best friends. Yeah. It's crazy. If you're with us, it's just there's not a goal moment. We're just so fun.
Those facts don't hit us until you bring it up.
Yeah.
We're oh yeah, we're undefeated. Oh yeah, we moved up in division. Oh yeah, we're state champions. It doesn't matter to us. That's so amazing. But we're just so happy to be here and be together. And I'm glad that this is my last year with these people.
Terry, I know in the second set it was 10-10. At one point you took a timeout. At that point in the match, did you feel like you just needed to slow it down a little bit and get them to refocus? I think y'all went on a little run of 5 straight points or something like that.
Yeah, just stop their momentum if we could. Give these guys time to regroup. And all year long, we traditionally kind of start slow, and
every game
and down, and they've traditionally clawed back and won. But this is a different scenario. I didn't want to let them get too far ahead, and I felt that if I gave these girls a little chance to breathe and catch their breath, they'd get back on track. So it worked.
Every game we played, we started off down 5, 6 points every single game in this tournament, and just to be able to come back from that and still fight through that and still win every match, if we can do that, we can't, that's awesome. I don't know, I can't explain. It's just so fun how we just fight through that with each other. We don't get down on each other, we just push through it, no matter how far in the hole we are.
Coach, I know you guys don't like to think this way, but was there ever a part in the season where you just knew this championship was yours?
Never. I was talking to my wife in the hotel room, and we were talking about the word confident kept coming up, but I didn't want to say that because you do this long enough, anything can happen, especially with those big lights. But I had faith is the word I was looking for. You know, I had faith in these guys, and I think that faith, and she said we were prepared. And I think faith and being prepared lends itself to be confident, but no, you never know what happens. You know, until the last ball drops, you try to coach just as hard and plan just as hard and prepare just as hard.
I don't think any of us had the mindset that we were gonna like win. You know, none of us knew what was gonna happen going into STM. We were still iffy about what was gonna happen, but like you said, we all have faith in each other, and we pulled through.
Coach, I noticed that although, yeah, you are losing some seniors, some of your biggest contributors are very young, freshmen, 8th graders, sophomores. So, I mean, you're in a good position to continue to do well in the future. So, how confident are you feeling for going into next year, even though I know this is still fresh?
Yeah, the future's bright. I mean, I got some kids that are young and work hard, and I'm excited that they were just on that court tonight because you can't replicate that, you can't duplicate that. And the fact that they were in there getting meaningful reps, and that's going to help us in the future. But I'm excited. I'm blessed. I say it all the time. I have kids that spend a lot of time, a lot of resources playing all year long. And when I get them in August, I'm not starting from scratch. You know, I think you need to give credit where credit's due. Those kids invest a lot of time, mine included. You know, through the months of December into June with the club scene. And it helps, you know, it helps when we get them and that team gels and gets some chemistry.
For Rainey and Julie, I know, you know, they were talking about how y'all's block was the biggest thing that they, you know, have trouble like getting around, even with their powerful hitters. I mean, how key is that to beating a team like that, a team that has a really good front line?
Personally, I don't think I'm a great blocker,
Yeah.
so that's an awesome compliment, so thank you.
Well, they were referring to like as the team as well.
Yeah,
but
It's actually pretty helpful to have big blockers. Like Tyler is an awesome blocker, so whenever she just like blocks, you can get in the hole and it's really easy to read and dig the ball. I mean, I don't know about that.
I know like we have like really good blockers. We work on that constantly, but it's almost like it's not too much of a problem when you think about it because we know that we have some of the best defenders behind us, and we put our faith in our teammates and we put our faith in our other blocker that's blocking with us. And we know that if we just work together and we back each other up, that it's going to happen.
All right, most outstanding player, I mean, what does that mean to you, Terry? I know you were kind of holding your hand. What does that mean to you to get that award?
It was pretty great, especially having like my parents with me. I mean, and the team, obviously, but I can't do it without, you know, the first pass or the great hitters I have. So.
Terry, can you kind of, I don't know if you cried him, but.
I told you this the other day. No, I told you this the other day when we were talking on the phone, you know, asking, or even at a district meeting, you know, pick the MVP, and it's like asking a dad to pick his favorite daughter, you know, and I love all these kids, but I don't know, man, she's worked very hard, you know, and she's around it constantly as coaches, especially two coaches in the house. It doesn't leave us. You know, we go home from practice and we're talking about it, and since she was a kid, especially during rough times, rough seasons, we just constantly trying to come up with ideas of what we can do at practice and how we can change things. And you know, we get home and they're sitting there waiting for our attention. And Mike Barnes said it, I think it was last year for his Hall of Fame speech. You know, he said, you know, coaches do a great job, but you go and you think of the parents or the kids and the families of coaches, because they're the ones that have to go through a lot. You know, us coming home at midnight sometimes. I mean. So she's been through a lot as a kid, and she knows what it's about. But I'm proud of her. I mean, she's a great little leader out there, and obviously she knows what we want. She's around it all the time. But I couldn't be prouder.
Anybody else? Thank you.